children, I can't do this on them, I'll hurt them, I can't do this on them, I'll hurt them. That's good because you're in the thought process. Whereas when I was at that swimming pool, a guy grabbed my legs, I put this finger in his eye socket and lifted him out of the water. I wasn't thinking, okay, this is a church activity, that people aren't trying to kill me here. I just automatically reacted. So you need to do more thinking and think, okay, but also don't walk down a dark alley. And the other day, I went under a freeway underpass at 9:30 at night, and there's this really little girl, probably 13, 14, all alone in the dark under the underpass. And I'm thinking, she's walking from one point to another. Why is she alone? Really try not to be alone and try not to take paths like that are dark. I mean, if you have no other options, then you have no other options, but try and get a ride from someone. Other aspects of the grabs. Okay, we can go, I have the list and we can go down them. I don't want you to be limited, saying, okay, I can only do this, I can only do that. So when you play that what if game, when they choke you here, when they grab you here, so if I grab you from behind like this, so,
I can
yep, you got out.
That if I wanted to, or I can just...
Good, and now you've got your knees, don't cross your...
Yeah. I have this.
Very good. So here, do it to me.
So it's like that?
Yeah, and they normally hold your hand down like that.
Okay.
You're going to go out like you're asking for money. You're going to swing out like that. And it takes them off balance. And now from here, I'm cocked. So you can come here, hand like this, so boom, boom. Now I grab hold of here tightly, so when I spin around, I can spin around and kick. And then I'm ready here. And you can come around back here. There's all sorts of things you can add to it. But the thing is, you can step out. You can step out like this. Just depends on what you're doing.
What if you like a basketball and they have like really big hands?
If you can't get out of it,
then you step forward.
Then you step forward and you're going to use your feet. Because I had a truck driver that did a demo on once. I got out, but his fingernails ripped both my wrists. And I was bleeding on both wrists. And I got out. And he was extremely strong. And he was probably 260, 70 pounds. And I was just a tiny thing. So, tiny guy. So if I've got you here and you can't get out, because I'm a big basketball player, I'm still worried because, yeah, you still got out. Let me try. Really, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it as strong as I can. I'm strong. Still got out. So if somebody's trying to hold you, did it hurt you? Because I did it strong.
Yeah,
She's going to go home with bruises on her hands.
Nah,
Look, Mom, look what he did to me. I used to come home from class all bruised up, and the instructor broke my nose one day, and my mom's like, are you sure you should stay in this class? They didn't do it intentionally, but I stepped into his punch. Okay, so line up here. Let's just review the blocks. Hands up, put one foot behind the other, whichever is most comfortable. Good. Now line up your back heel to your front toe to straight in front of you. The toe to heel. Yep. Very good. And don't have this straight, because if your leg's straight and kick you here, it'll break. So this is turn. And this goes heel, toe. No, go over here. You're right first. So heel to your toe, good.
I got it mixed up.
Toe to your heel, good. This is slightly bent, good. So if somebody kicks you here, yep, you drop down and I went off balance. So if somebody does a sweep, yeah, you can go down, or you can just lift it, yep, you just let it flow. So, yeah, and so you don't want to stay solid. That'll really hurt you when you're staying solid.
I really still want to hit you like right here. Really
collapse it.
You really can't do it.
Collapse it, yeah. Because if you keep it solid, it'll break your knee. So you want it to collapse. Or, even better, try and move. I'm just saying, if you're there and it hits you, yeah, if you can move back, if you can move it out of the way, hands up, hands up. Okay. So, inward block, the small circle on the end, with the front hand. Inward block. Okay.
You just want to keep your fist like this, or do you want to kind of...
You don't want to move the fist around. Yeah, you want to keep it straight up and down with the bone alignment. So your fist is straight. Outward block. So outward with the small circle. Rising, small circle. Down and out with the small circle. outward, rising, inward. So wherever the punch may come, put a small circle on it. So the small circle is the deflecting. You're trying to redirect my punch. You're not trying to stop it. Yep, very good. Redirect it. Okay, and then you come back like she did. You come back to your position, so you can block it. Now, really, in your mind, block, punch. Block, punch. Okay, so block, punch. And keep that up. So you don't want to have it too close here. Block, punch. Block, punch. Good. And so you're thinking, now you have your legs too. So you've got the block, punch, kick, block, punch. So you want to mix them up a little bit. So we learn memorized techniques, and we'll learn some, and then you can just let it flow, because you want it to be able to here, punch. Yep. So they shouldn't leave their arm out there, but we're just doing that for the demo, because he's going to go like this, and then it's harder to block that. You know, and we discussed how.
That's why it's better to stay on the outside if you can.
If you can move and get onto the outside. So, you ready to block? Get your hands up. I'm going to touch your forehead. Okay?
Wasn't that the first trick you did on
that? Was the first trick. So let's see if you stop me from touching your forehead. You ready? Did I hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? It's not going to hurt, because I'm just going to touch you. Your hands up. Stop me from hitting you. Okay, that's good, because you're at the point where you're seeing right over your hand where you want. This is here. Spread your legs just a little bit. There, no, not too much, yeah. Like shoulder width. Like put this right here, so you feel balance. There you go. Because, let me pull you, good, so you have good balance that way. But if your foot, put your foot over here. If your foot's there, you don't have near as good balance. Can you tell? There, so that's where your balance is. Where you've got that heel and back to the toe, perfect, slightly bent. Okay, so I'm going to just touch you there. And you had your hand there, that's good. Ready? Oh, now I can't, so that's even better because she's impeded.
Yeah, but she can't really see over your fist.
You can't see over your fist, but you're going to be able to see over your fist. So, you ready? I touched your glasses, so that's good though. And you move. And that's what you want to do, you want to move. So if you can move in time. Okay. Did I dare? You did, you moved. That's what you want. You want to get to where you're moving and reacting. So you're bobbing and weaving. That's boxing technique. Now, they'll do this, but they're not expecting kicks to come at them. And so you want to be able to see, you want to put the best of both worlds in there. Still got your blocks available. And do we do jabs? Yeah. We don't want to leave our hand out there. Everybody. Out, man. That's your front jab, and it's one of your best friends. Now try it vertical, so it's straight up and down.
That's so hard.
It's got a little circle on the end. You can add the circle even more for a hook punch. So, where the nose is there, so it comes out and it actually hooks. You're hitting with those two fingers. And you've got that circle on it. Same thing if you're coming back like this, if you've got your arms up and I want to come over the top, I can come over the top and bend but I'm still going to hit with those two fingers.
Yeah, because it's like that hammer.
Yeah, yep, it comes over the top. And a lot of people think you're hitting with that flat part. Some people hit with that flat part. It's those two fingers still. And it comes in and hits with those two. It's going to be much more effective. Your flat part, you've got all the tendons, you've got your bones. Still, and don't ever hit with those these two fingers. Never like this. Never. The only time you'll see somebody come around like this is a ridge hand. And a lot of times I'll do the ridge hand, which is the fleshy portion of your hand. It'll go like this and come almost straight in. But some people do a swinging ridge hand, but that's after they've hit them. And then they come around like that with a swinging ridge hand. Boom. But even then, I'd rather just come straight in with it and turn it. But if you've already hit him several times, then you could do a swinging ridge hand. But I don't think you really need to worry about that, especially in women's self-defense, because that fleshy part of your hand is not as well developed. It's not as muscly as some people that are doing it all the time. The same thing with something like this, where you go to the throat. Just punch them with regular fists. Because you'll learn all these techniques. Now, if you go to another dojo, another karate class, and they start teaching you like this, that would be one thing, because then they get into the technique. And they get into what it's like and how you should do it properly. But just learning it right off, I wouldn't do this, where people say, oh, I hit it. No. Just keep your thumbs down. Don't poke them out. Don't put them inside. And keep your fist flat. Don't have it down here. Don't have your fist back here. None of this. It's just straight up and down. You're going to punch with those two fingers, whether it's vertical or horizontal. Same thing. It's going to go out and come back. And where does it come back to? Ready position, yeah? And now,
never want to leave it out.
Never leave it out. When you're punching, your whole body rotates. So my front foot is even going to rotate. I'm going to rotate. Back foot is going to rotate. Shoulders, you're going to picture your whole rotation. And you just, I used to, like the $6 Million Man, you probably didn't know what that is. But you're rotate. And so it's actually going to turn your whole body. Whoa, whoa. Practice that rotation. Hands up. Okay. Rotate the front foot is going to actually move. So
Do I have the right position?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, look who you're fighting. You're going from the toe to heel to me.
Okay.
There you go. Heel to toe to the person. And so the front foot is going to rotate back. The back foot is going to go straight. I'm going to punch and come back. And you don't have to really accentuate it. We're doing that now. You want it naturally, so your body spins as it rotates. You know, you get that rotation, and your blocks always come back to here. Now, we did our kicks. Do that back front snap kick. That front hand is going to become the back.